Welcome to another Scrap Mechanic at Scrap Factory devlog. But yeah, now we're just gonna fix a bunch of bugs. So here someone found a way to use these containers to duplicate blocks, which is pretty bad to say the least. Right, let me quickly show you how this is supposed to work. So to make money, we sell drops in these furnaces like this. Now I had the brilliant idea to make like drop storage thingies that can, store these drops, which allows you to basically make trains to transport drops. So I still need to work on that some more. This already had a trillion of bugs and I was about to say hopefully this doesn't cause issues, but oh my goodness, this is so easy to like exploit. This container as well as this container tries to suck it up, and there's no check for whatever just gets sucked up, so it should be an easy fix. I'm seeing a lot of issues in this script. First off, we're creating a random global. There's also like very little documentation for stuff, so I keep getting these undefined field errors. I have the urge to refactor everything. Oh my god, I literally called the variable jank. It's a little bit jank as usual, but you see, it fixes the duping bug. Here's another annoying bug. So we opened the store page. Now, when I press L, the button to open this thing, to close it, that just sounded super complicated. But anyway, now if I open this thing again, we open the research tab because that was the last menu we had opened. Now we hop into the shop, I press L, and we keep opening. This just prints research in chat currently, which means currently it thinks the research interface is open, but the shop is open. You think if you do smart code like this, you're actually smart, but the problem is everybody has a really hard time understanding what actually is going on, so this is why you comment stuff. The shop, yeah, and now the bug is fixed. It was a pretty simple bug, and I think it only happened because I don't have documentation. Yes, basically I just implemented the interface correctly. Okay, I successfully made a merge request for the first time, because usually I just use my admin privileges to skip this entire step. Okay, this is a quick task I can work on. So yeah, so previously we had this normal battery model, and then Illumina worked on this new model. Basically, I'm just saying if we steal this model, we already have two battery models in the mod. So I'm just copying over the data from the normal batteries. Okay, now we've got our basic battery and the object underscore storage underscore battery 2. Yeah, this one now has 10 times the capacity, which is cool. So there's a bunch of vanilla items we have in the mod. They're also all tier 0, so they're in this shop even if you're still technically in the tutorial. You know, I'm just randomly giving this tiers and prices, and then the whole shop is gonna look more nicely. Oh, by the way, I just saw the bed, and I've seen that guys, this is breaking. If you ever get into the bed, you cannot get up anymore. The best part is I don't even get an error. Do not judge my specifications. I also like just using ChatGPT for whatever questions I have. Okay, I just see terrible code in here. This still looks horribly formatted, and we can finally get it. This is so silly. Okay, another thing, when we open the... Oh, now there's one ore, but yeah, it actually destroys all ores, and that can help you. Now it says you sure sis. I think someone wanted to compliment me, and we're just gonna make this gender you correctly, which is a very important feature in the mod anyway. I know. Right now it calls me sis. Now if we change gender real quick, it should say bro. Oh gosh, I wish it was this easy in real life. Well, I guess I'm gonna get back to watching 7 hours of lectures.
1 hour later.
So I'm finally done now watching all of the lectures, and I could not resist the urge to keep coding on this mod in the meantime. So as you can see, stuff may look a little bit broken right now. That's because I've went on to another refactoring spree, and you can see this is now neatly organized and stuff. And this before looked really cursed. So I just asked ChatGPT to like refactor this. I may or may not have screwed some stuff up, so I probably have to fix on fixing the fixes. Oh god, I see so much red in the console, which is yeah, that's fun. So you see, I can add these regions to a file. If I want to type end region, for example, VS Code suggests writing it like this, and this causes the file to not be able to be loaded. And I thought because this is a comment, it just doesn't matter, but I've been refactoring this so much, working on this so much. I just want to finally add new features to the thing, but stuff keeps breaking. It's okay. I'm just done with the power utility refactor thingy, and I was hoping stuff would not break, to be honest. Anyway, seems like I've just fixed this. I keep flickering the upgrader like this, but I'm not deleting the actual trigger. I'm just like, removing the effect. So, you know, that cannot be abused, thankfully. Okay, I just modified the daylight sensor. And it also reminds me that I kind of wanted the light on this to change. Well, I'm not sure if you can tell because I've added so much documentation. But I made the script a whole lot simpler, actually. You know, sometimes I hate naming this stuff, and just don't ask what this is. So, Vaidani just pointed out that my ClickDropper script is actually quite complicated. It turns out I was dumb, and you can just make the script a whole lot less complicated. You can see that slowly the activity is going up again. Red Girl has been working on some modeling stuff. So we finally got a decent model for the battery. I think next she's working on the windmill. Well, so much for the fun things. I'm still stuck halfway refactoring the entire mod. This is taking ages. So the documentation for the language manager says stupid fix because quests load before this. That is not really helpful. What's up, guys? I've been working more on Scrap Factory. Yeah, that's gonna sound really weird because I'm just gonna cut it right in. Anyway, I had a long, fun time refactoring stuff, and I can tell you that the long scripts like the game script and player script, they're just really a lot of fun. And yeah, currently the player script used to be like 20% just managing the skirt effect. So I'm currently like reworking the entire effect system, and that kind of got me thinking, why not just add some effects to the upgraders? I think it looks so freaking cool. So yeah, check this out. Now the drop is gonna get upgraded, and this epic lightning effect plays. Because now this is gonna get played for every upgrader, which looks a little bit ridiculous. Oh, you can only use this upgrader 3 times. You know, this is kind of why I wanted to add this effect. Okay, this is not a great idea in retrospect. Yeah, I kind of got the effect stuff working now. And yeah, you see, we have the skirts again. Now, what I've been thinking of is, what if I color the upgrader? I would love it to also change the color of the skirt. I have very important priorities during refactor. Yeah, I just deleted all the pre-painted stuff from the texture. I have zero idea if this works. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm actually good at this. And let's try like a blue skirt, and suddenly all of our skirts are blue. Now this should also work for me. Yep, now I've got a black skirt, but what if I want a red skirt? I can paint it and it immediately changes my skirt color. Isn't this epic? Like, with the same concept, you could make a mod that adds a lot of accessories to the game. Oh no, the skirts consume too much power. What do I do? Okay, now let's get all of the RGB skirts. Okay, now it randomly changes color because basically there's Z fighting happening. Hey guys, it's been like a week for me. Anyway, I've done a little live stream. And by little, I mean 5 hours, obviously. First, I've done a teeny tiny bit of refactoring, but you guys got bored of it, so instead I played with the skirt even more. And now, if you spin the skirt a lot, it actually pushes you upwards. So you can do like a cool jump like this. It's a lot of fun to play around with. And if your mouse sensitivity is high enough, you can just... I swear, like, most of the dev time is just spent me playing around with those skirts. But I've also did something a little bit more productive. And by productive, I mean I've just added something that's not really relevant to the mod, but you guys wanted to see it, so I've added a jetpack. Currently, there's no model, there's no animations, but if we equip it and then we press our mouse button, you can see that we fly, and there's this particle effect coming out of our rear, which is very lazy, but it works quite well. But yeah, it also has this fuel gauge, and once this is empty, we cannot fly anymore, so that was not really hard to program, really. It also has like an always on mode, so we can do something else while we're flying. Oh yeah, I've just used 2 jetpacks at the same time, which should not even be possible. I am such a genius. Anyway, that's a problem for later. Right now, I still need to finish the refactor. Oh yeah, but first, someone pushed 4 changes onto my brand. So let's check out how amazing this stuff is gonna be. Well, that is just a simple code refactor on my own code. Which is perfect since we don't have any like standard practices for how we write the codes. Alright guys, I can't really believe it, but the big refactor has been done. And by that I mean I just spent the entire day yesterday refactoring all of the remaining scripts, which was a lot of fun. Before the cell tool would just sell an entire slab of concrete like this as just like 1 concrete block. So now I just made it factor in the size of the shape, so you don't actually lose money selling blocks. And also someone suggested I would just, you know, pass the world onto each scriptable object instead of using my janky way of janking around that stuff. But I tried fixing that, and that just kept causing more and more errors. So honestly, we're just gonna live with the gen because I'm so freaking tired of refactoring. Well, there's a bunch of bugs and stuff that I wanna fix. Let's start with something simple, like the upgraders. You know, ever since I figured out how to use workspaces and the search editor, editing stuff like this has been super easy. Anyway, time to care about the really important problems, like making the crates more bouncy. Look how bouncy that crate is. I think the bounciness is better now. That was very important. I just really like playing around with these crates, you know, when I'm bored. So here's a simple shop bug, which is funny since I had to rewrite the entire perk shop. Oh, look how much more fun it is to now play with this. Ooh, I knew what I was doing. It's not funny, but I was fixing the exact same bug in this prestige shop thingy. Also, when we get tumbling now, we don't actually get into third person. What the hell did I just do? Okay, let's try this again. And wow, this really looks like vanilla, right? Oh yeah, the crates. This is a funny story. So you see, I cannot put it on the lift normally, but since we kind of made the lift custom, we can use the custom lift function to export the crate. Okay, this simple check just makes sure we can actually lift the creation we're exporting. Still, it tells me that this creation is liftable, which is absolute, like, you can't. You see, now we cannot lift it. Oh my god, I think I know why. So I can either set the restrictions for an object with code, or, you know, I do it in the shapeset file. However, now it still tells me I can import the creation. Although we do not have the crate. I upgraded the visuals. Wait, now the text is in green, we get to a creation. It's too expensive, it's in red. Now in the special case, I just need some text to tell you cannot afford this creation. But now it just says unaffordable. So yeah, now we need an option to delete creations. So I first need to jankily add a button onto the UI. So me making a UI interface means I first need to steal a button from somewhere else. Okay, technically this should now work. There we go. Are you sure you want to delete test go brr? Okay, now we also have the blueprint deletion sound. So I don't see an arrow in the console. I go in the list and it doesn't show up anymore. However, since we can't actually delete JSON files, the file still exists, and if I open it, it literally says null. That means if I want to export a new creation with the same name, it tells me it already exists. I've just made the delete system work in the lift, which is pretty epic. I mean, you can't have infinite flight with all the jetpacks if I see it correctly. Oh no, actually we do get infinite flight. Alright, now I simply made it so that the fuel is shared by all of the jetpacks, so you should not be able to be doing this. I can't tell if this is a bug or a feature. Okay, now I can't do this trick anymore, which was really funny, but yeah. We have really amazing animations for the windmill, but I thought we posted a teaser about it. Apparently we haven't. No, actually we did post a teaser. I was just dumb and looked in the wrong channel. So here's an amazing look at the spinny animation of the windmill. And if you think it's spinning in the wrong direction, it's because the windmill industry has you blue-pilled. It was a ton of work to refactor everything, trust me. And just a reminder, if you're seeing this video, this new updated version should already be available for channel members, so you can check it out and make me cry and by finding bugs in my refactored code. But this also means really exciting news for the next dev blog, because I can actually focus on adding features to the mod, meaning the mod is gonna get a whole lot more interesting and you don't have to watch me slowly going insane refactoring all this code line by line.